Hello, Paparazzi, and welcome to another edition of our Paparazzi Premier Training. I'm Jeff, and this is AQ, and we are here to talk to you today about invoicing, which is very, very important. It's how you make sales. So you went live, you had people look at your stuff, they want it. Maybe you had a home party, people like it. Maybe you're at an event. It's time to make the sale. This is the moment you've been waiting for, isn't it? You're ready to collect that money, right? So that's what we're going to show you today. So I'll turn the time over to AQ.
All right. So, today's invoicing. So, all things in the app about how do you send an invoice, how do you manage the invoices, everything related to that. So, we're going to get started in app. I'm going to transition over here to my tablet. And as I'm transitioning, just a reminder, I'm telling you, your new BFF is going to be a stand for your tablet. You're going to love it if you use the tablet because it makes it all, you don't have to hold a tablet when you're doing the scanning. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm in app here, and where we left off yesterday was talking about your store. So you see your store link there. So I'm going to go over to the menu at the top, hamburger menu, and I'm going to go to orders. So this is where everything is going to happen for orders. So I'm going to talk to you about what you see on this page before we really jump into how you send an invoice to help you understand what you're looking at. Because I know there's been a lot of questions that have come into support by some very eager consultants. And I think understanding what you see on the page will help you understand where you're at and what you're looking at. So as you first open up here, you see I haven't touched or done anything, that I'm on orders, and the default's to open orders. And an open order is an order that has been unpaid, something that hasn't been paid yet, right? So you created an invoice and you sent it to a customer for them to pay it. That is an open order. Now, what you see underneath open and all, you see two filters. You see invoiced and not invoiced. So invoiced basically means that you've sent it. You have either copied the invoice link, and we're going to talk about that, so I'm not getting too far ahead. But invoiced means you've sent it to somebody either by copying the link to the invoice and sending it to chat or text or however you want, or using the email function so that it will email them their invoice as well so they can just click to pay. Versus not invoiced is exactly the opposite. You've started building out their invoice, maybe doing pre-claims, or you've started with the live from Monday, then you've added the items they claimed on Tuesday, Wednesday, so on and so forth, but you have not yet sent the invoice to them. So that's the difference there. And then going back to the top, you have completed. Completed is exactly that. It is orders that have been paid. Now that can either be orders that you sent as an invoice, so you sent a text to somebody with an invoice to pay, or it can be orders that come in from your online storefront that we talked about yesterday. That's what completed is. Canceled, and what we're going to talk about tomorrow about canceling an invoice. So you can either cancel an invoice that hasn't been paid, or you can do a cancellation on an invoice that has been paid and subsequently do a refund. We'll be talking about that in tomorrow's training. Then the final tab there is returned. And this is where you're going to see all of your returns that you process through refunds. So that's what the definitions are on that page. So let's jump into creating a new invoice, something we're going to send to one of our customers. So you have the plus sign button up here in the top right-hand corner, and you can click that. And you can choose from any of your existing customers here. So you can see I have a ton of customers. My account gets used a lot for testing, as you can see, but we say add customer if you don't have that customer in your system yet. So I'm going to go ahead quickly here, and I am going to add Jeff. Okay, So we have Jeff in here as a new customer, and that's all you need to send the customer an invoice is you just need first name, last name, and an email address. So now I am done, and I'm going to click save. So now Jeff's in there. Now I'm ready to send Jeff his invoice. So I have some items here that Jeff claimed in one of my shows. So all I'm going to do is start adding those items. So I can choose to either add them if I want to search for it here. So I'm going to show you. So Jeff claimed this beautiful ring. Take the high rodeo. So we're going to say take the, and that's all I'm going to put is take the. And that's going to find that ring, right? So I can click add. It tells you there how many you have on hand. I only have the one. So he's claiming the last one. And I can click the plus button on that and it will add it to his invoice. But you know what's faster than doing a search like that is using a scan. You click this little scan button right here. It's going to bring up your camera. This is where I'm telling you, you're going to love a stand for your tablet. I'm going to take and barcode scan all of these and you're going to see, get it in focus. There we go. Had to get it in focus. See how easy it is to scan? We're going to add another one. The ever popular bracelet that's sold out here. Pray always. See how amazing and easy that is to scan in? So you just take somebody's bin that they claimed for the week and you scan in the items and there it is. There's Jeff's order, right? All right, so that's Jeff's order. So what I want to talk to you about is explaining the next section below. So the consultant cost reimbursement is your way to recoup your costs for sales tax. So when I purchased all of these items, I was charged sales tax at the retail amount. So I've already paid the sales tax on this. And so it's just reimbursing me for the sales tax expense. So it's taking my sales tax rate and it's going to apply that to reimburse me. So I leave that on because I want to collect back my sales tax. If I was doing a tax-free Tuesday, I could turn that off, right, if I wanted to. So the next toggle down below is to define whether or not I am going to ship this order to this customer, to Jeff, right? So I'm here in St. George, and if I was a local consultant and I wanted to allow all my customers that are local to me to do a pickup, I know Jeff's here, I could do a pickup, we could meet, I would leave this off, meaning exactly like you're seeing it there, toggled off means I'm not going to charge Jeff for shipping. Versus if I toggle it on, now it says I'm going to ship Jeff's order to him because I'm really not from St. George, I'm from Tampa. So I have to ship him his order. And it's going to apply the costs of shipping to Jeff's order for me. Now, if I need to ship it, but I want to give Jeff free shipping, I am going to toggle on free shipping. And that means Jeff's order will ship, but I'm going to waive the cost of shipping. Now, this is very, very, very important. Very important for the reasons of using Shipping Easy. If you do not toggle on ship order, the system doesn't know that you want to ship your order and that it should be sent to Shipping Easy. When it's toggled off like this, it is assumed as a pickup order and it will not go to Shipping Easy. So if you want it to go to Shipping Easy, you toggle it on, right? That says I'm going to ship the order and I'm going to charge my cost of shipping. If I toggle on free shipping, that means it's still going to go to Shipping Easy as part of the integration, but now Jeff is not going to get charged for the cost of shipping. And then a note here, this will be on his invoice. And then I can choose how I want to send this. So just taking a moment here and let's talk about the different things that you guys as consultants do. You do things like pre-claiming, or if you wanted to be efficient and you wanted to get all your invoices started after tonight's live, but you didn't want to send it yet, you can click on this X right here in the top right-hand corner of new order, and you can click the X, and that makes it so that it's in a, let's say, draft state. It's not sent yet. That's what not invoiced means. And that's something you can come back and you can manage at a later date. So we're going to come back in here, and I'm going to grab just another piece here to show you. So Jeff was on my next live and I grabbed another piece, so he wanted to add it. So I'm going to click edit down here, and it brings it back to editable state. It's a fun word to say, editable. And then you're going to quickly scan the next item that Jeff claimed, and there it goes. It's added to that order. So it's just that easy to leave it in a draft state if you want to continually add items to it throughout your week of sales. So now I'm done, right? I'm done for the week. I've done all my lives. I'm ready to send my invoices because today's the day I send invoices. Payments due by tomorrow. So I'm ready to send this. So I would click down here at the bottom where it says invoice. And now you have two options. I can copy the invoice link and I can send it to Jeff in chat, text, however I want to send it, or I can choose to send it as an email. If I send it as an email, it's going to email the customer on their account that you just set up. So where I just said support@Paparazzi Accessories, that's Jeff's email, then he would get that invoice there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this link. So it tells you there, magically, you've got it copied on your clipboard. So I'm going to say okay. Now, for you guys to see what this looks like, this will look the same regardless if you copy the link and text it to somebody, or it looks the same as if they get the email link. So I'm going to go to my browser here. And we are going to paste that invoice link in and go. So now this is the link that Jeff gets. Close that out. This is the link that Jeff gets, so he can see exactly what he's ordering. This has been one of the favorite features by all of the beta users so far, is that now customers see what they're getting. They don't have to go in and answer the question of, did I order this? I don't remember what I ordered, those kinds of questions. So Jeff can see what he ordered here, and then he can fill in his billing and shipping information and continue through the process. And then it goes through regular payment processing. The other nice feature that we're hearing is a favorite feature is that this puts the responsibility of managing the shipping information on the customer. So you no longer have to make sure that when you send an invoice and they pay it, that you're shipping your orders to the right address. Whatever Jeff puts in for his shipping address on this invoice is the shipping address that he wants to ship his order to when you go to do the fulfillment. And then that address is what carries through to Shipping Easy when you complete the label. So that has been a fave feature as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the app here. So that was sent. That was amazing. That's how you send your invoices. So there's one last feature that I do want to talk to you about, and that is using the credit card swipers. I thought I put it in here, but I don't see it. But we'll talk about it. So if you purchased one of the card readers, you'll add your items that you want to add. So you're in person, they're shopping with you, you've done all the scanning. You will click pay. And it's going to bring up the reminder here of all the information, and you'll click that button. And where you see credit card is where you will choose. So this is going to be, I need to put in this information. Done. Okay. So now once the customer's address information is there, because that's what the billing information is tied to, you click proceed. So now at this point, it is looking for my card reader. So you would want to have that card reader. It does connect within like 10 seconds usually. And once it connects, then you will use the card reader. So this is important to note that you don't connect the Bluetooth through your Bluetooth settings up here. It is connected in app. So just pay attention to that as part of your steps when you're using that card reader. It is in-app connection, not through your typical, like if you're pairing your headphones kind of deal. The other payment option that you have for in-person, if you're doing a trade show or a party or any of those, I'm going to go ahead and go back there, is you do have the cash and check option too, right? So you have that ability that I'm at a trade show. These are the items that Jeff selected, and I'm going to take cash and bring in that information so that it does account, and Jeff will get a receipt for his transaction in cash. It takes it out of inventory and manages everything for you that way as well. So this was designed for in-person and online as well. So the final feature to show you guys is about editing an invoice. So as I mentioned, if you want to add something, you want to do, Jeff's been shopping my lives, and you want to add an item, all you simply do is click that edit button, and it brings it back to being an editable state. So you have the same search functionalities there. I can scroll through my inventory. I can do the keyword search, and the keyword search searches on item name. So that's the name on the piece, your Paparazzi SKU, or your item number as well. Or you can simply use the scan function and scan it just like that. You also have, if for any reason you get a label that maybe it's gotten messed up or it doesn't read very well, the same features as in inventory to manually enter a barcode exist as well. So try to be consistent throughout. So that is how you send an invoice. It is just that simple.
Wow. Super easy to get paid, super easy to manage your inventory. I don't know what's better. I like collecting that cash.
It's easy.
Yeah, super easy. So go out there and, you can play around with it and get comfortable in there. We hope this training helped on how to invoice and collect payments. And looks like tomorrow we'll have another training. So
yep, tomorrow we talk about canceling. So if you need to cancel an invoice for any reason, if you have rules around that you want to cancel, and then refunding. How do you do a refund?
Oh yeah, there you go. We hope you never have to, but we'll show you how to do it.
Yep.
So thanks, Paparazzi, for joining us today, and we'll see you again tomorrow. We'll see you.